We've got a very dodgy CD player here, but don't worry about it, Sandra. It's going to be fine. We'll jiggery pokery it, and it'll play quite all right.
It's not the AI gremlins, is it?
No, it's not the AI. No. This is a very analog studio.
Oh, it's old
really.
Tech.
Pretty much. Look, I wanted to go back a bit and introduce the idea of the Tech Exeter breakfast, which is where we met.
Yes.
And also the digital Exeter, which is not really operating at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah, it hasn't been there for a while. So Tech Exeter used to have another part of it called Digital Exeter, which was basically talking about the social media aspect of tech. So,
right.
Tech. Did I say Tech Southwest or did I say Tech Exeter?
No, Tech Exeter.
That's okay, because I'm part of Tech Southwest now as well. So yeah, Tech Exeter, a lot of people that go there are coders or use technology in their business, usually both. I can't code, but I can build websites, but without code. And I've always had a fascination with robots, hence why I like AI. And with tech as well, I love tech, because although I can't code, I really admire coders. And I love technology, so yeah, so that's why I go there, because I actually use tech, for example, to automate my YouTube videos going out to my social media, so it goes straight through to some of my social media channels,
right? Which
is really, really important. Like certain technologies, like Facebook, for example, won't allow a lot of the technologies. You used to be able to have social media auto posting tools to Facebook groups, for example, and they stopped that. So it depends on the platform as to what you're allowed to do and how you're allowed to do it, because you have to abide by their rules. But yeah, I use a tool called Socialmonials quite a lot, which puts quite a lot of my content on X. So my videos go through Socialmonials and then go to X. And Social Bee's another tool I use. So these are all like automation tools.
So going back to Digital Exeter, my impression is that the social media for marketing just became accepted as an idea. There wasn't a lot more to talk about it because everybody had accepted that as a direction.
Yeah, but they did have speakers on how to use social media for their business, as far as I remember. So for people that are not so, they might be tech savvy, but they're not promoting their work online, that was how Digital Exeter was supposed to support the tech part of Tech Exeter, because some people they build websites and they have a business, but they're not out on social media because they don't understand how social media works and how to post and where to post and how to use the technology, like I've said, to automate their posting.
So you think there's still a potential need for that?
I think there is, personally. Yeah, I personally think there is, but you know, I'm not the one who makes those decisions, because Tech Exeter has its own organisers and they're happy with the way things are. So it's not for me to say that. But yeah, I think there's still some value and some room for that. I mean, I've got over 1.6 million views on my YouTube channel now. So I could do a talk on, you know, how to grow a YouTube channel for impact. And stuff like that, you know.
Right,
but I can still potentially do that at Tech Exeter, because they do have different speakers on. But it's more how they use technology,
right? But
to do something.
The Digital Exeter was very much on that at that end of things.
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
it?
on.
They didn't assume you had a lot of technical knowledge, but they wanted to explore what was possible from a marketing point of view.
It was social media marketing. At one point, I was known as social media marketing top voice on LinkedIn. Because I haven't kept up with answering the questions on LinkedIn, then I have had my badge taken off, because they only give you a badge for a certain amount of time. But I had that badge, so top social media marketing voice on LinkedIn, which was a really amazing thing. So what LinkedIn used to do is they used to invite me to give my input on topics,
right?
And social media was ones I used to answer regularly, and so they used to ask the experts, and so I used to give my knowledge. And then after you completed at least 3 articles, I think it was, giving your input, and you had to answer X amount of questions, then you got to have a knowledge badge, if you like, to become an expert. So I've still got a screenshot from that. So, But because I didn't keep up, you have to keep up with these articles, and if you don't, after it expires, then obviously after a certain amount of time they just remove the badge, because they're like LinkedIn reward badges. Although I haven't been asked to take part in any of that for a while, so I don't know if they've stopped doing that now and gone on to something else or what, because it's like gamification, isn't it, really, with LinkedIn?
Yeah, with the badges, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and it's all temporary. It's all based on recent.
Yeah, it's based on recent activity, and because I'm so passionate about my YouTube channel, I think I'm on different social media, but I think if you really love one particular social media and you're really good at it, I think it's very good and important to hone that particular skill. So the other social media I'm on second to YouTube is Facebook. That's where my second main activity is, on YouTube. But I'm also on X, formerly Twitter, and I'm also on LinkedIn and Instagram. But I pay most attention to my YouTube, because in order to grow it to that level with over 1.6 million views, I have to be showing up regularly. Consistency is key, particularly on that channel, because it's geared more towards not just educational videos, but also lifestyle and entertainment. So I've also got a Make Money Make Cash channel, which I haven't spoken much about on here, but I teach people how to make money on platforms like Vinted and Facebook Marketplace, just selling their pre-loved items. That is steady. That has a lot of organic traffic because it's how-to videos. It's a different type of content. Whereas on my Asexualized channels, educational live streams I do, but a lot of the vlogging, I mix entertainment and lifestyle videos in there as well. And because more people are watching for entertainment and lifestyle purposes, not just for education, then I have to put more videos out, because that's what that type of market and audience expects. They like, and because my whole channel is based around my asexual life, asexualize my asexual life means I share my own asexual life journey in order to help others in theirs. So instead of just talking about asexuality in textbook definitions, I show asexuality in action in real life context every single day of my life. So I hope this is making sense.
Yeah, it does. But are you repeating yourself in any way? Because the pressure from, say, shorts is to do something on a very regular basis.
Yeah.
It must be quite hard to come up with original content every time.
So I use my life all the time. But yeah, there's certain themes, there's certain videos, because what you do if you're good at YouTube, which I've got much better at, is you look at your analytics and you see what type of videos, what themes of videos people really enjoy, what's getting the most views, and you produce more of those types of videos. This is very common with a lot of really popular YouTube shorts. I mean, some channels, for example, are dedicated to dancing, and you'll just see a couple dancing and they just vary the dance slightly, and they just be in different costumes, and they might even have the same song multiple times, just they're doing a different dance to it, or they're in different costumes. They make a slight variation because people expect that. That's what they go there for. So with me, I've got a number of different themes, which are quite crazy, a lot of which I've got nothing to do with asexuality directly, but because I'm sharing my asexual life. So you would think that my asexual education videos get the most views, but it's actually not that usually gets the most views. It's other content. But if you think about marketing and sales funnels and things like that, the way I get people funneled into my channel, if you like, the way I get people coming into my channel is by doing different types of content that then bring them to my asexual content. This is very important for my mission, which is to get asexuality recognized as a sexual orientation in its own right throughout the globe, so no asexual has to live in fear of ridicule ever again. So I bridge the gap between asexuals and other sexual orientations, including heterosexuals. I'm like bridging the gap, and I'm helping them to understand how asexuals have just as much of a good life as other people do without sex, because people are like, oh, you must have such a boring life if you don't have sex. It must be, it must be so boring. And I'm like, no, actually, I'm going to the cinema, self-dating, I'm going out for meals, I'm in my nightshirt doing like weights and stuff, strengthening my spine, like I'm at aquarium having fun, and so they see that it's breaking stereotypes. But rather than just dictating to people, oh, this isn't true, that isn't true, I'm showing people every single day of my life that no, I haven't had sex since 2011 because I'm an asexual that has had sex in the past because I thought I had to as part of a normal relationship. I found out I'm asexual in 2014, and I live a happy life without sex, and people can see it every day. I mean, obviously, I'm not always happy because I show my real life. People need to know about difficult times, so I'll show something difficult I'm going through. I will cry on camera if I feel that, I'm really upset at the moment, because when I found out I got 3 broken bones in my spine, that's really upsetting. It was a shocker. I had 2 broken bones on the x-ray last year. MRI scan this year showed 3 broken bones in my spine. So that was shocking news. So I'll do a breaking news. That's what I did, a breaking news live stream, shocking news. I got 3 broken bones in my spine. Mentally, that's very difficult for me to come to terms with. But then I worked out how to have a mindset shift with that. And so then I'll relate to my audience how I had that mindset shift. So I'm always educating them, but I'm doing it in such a natural, everyday way that, I realize this is it. I've got 3 broken bones in my spine, so I can either think and worry about it, which is not going to make it better, or I can carry on doing my weightlifting. I went to my physio as well, so I'll tell them I'm going to the physio, and then I'll show them the weightlift I'm doing to try and get my spine stronger. So I'm storytelling about my life every single day, and it's playing out. It's like a reality TV show, my channel, basically, ongoingly.
Right.
And so I like to empower people. So I will show the tough times and then show how I'm getting over them or getting through them or managing them, so that other people can understand how they can do these things in their own life. I hope this is making sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. You're definitely explaining how you manage to maintain the frequency.
Yeah, so there's for example, some people love my weightlifting videos, so I'll do more weightlifting videos. I've started singing on my channel, which I was told by family and a friend some time ago that you can't sing, which is fine, it's a fair comment. I'm not saying I'm a great singer at all, but for years I just said I can't sing at all. And then all of a sudden this year I thought, wow, what have I got to lose? If people think I'm rubbish anyway, I can put it on YouTube, see what people think. And some people really like my voice, and they're like, you've got a beautiful voice, you've got a lovely voice. And so when I do singing videos, I actually get more views from that. When I go to aquarium and I do aquarium videos, I put aquarium compilations together, some people love that. So I'm always constantly looking at my analytics. If I haven't done a video about asexuality for a while, because I've been doing lifestyle and other videos, I'm like, oh, my subs are going, my percentage of subs are lower, so I need to do an asexuality video. If you look at the analytics, I look at it constantly nowadays. I work out which videos did well, which videos didn't, what I need to do more of, and I have different themes. And I know that if I'm going to have a really good day at views, usually I have to do a yummy foods video, a weights video, a singing video, an asexuality video, updates about my life, all this type of thing. There's certain themes, but it can change, because I can have a singing video that's got 1k views, and then I can have another singing video that's got 23 views. So it doesn't always work with YouTube just because you do exactly the same type of video. Obviously it's not going to be exactly the same, because you're going to be wearing different clothes. YouTube shorts give you the thumbnail for shorts. You don't pick it yourself usually, although I saw something come up on my phone to say you can actually change the thumbnail, but I saw something in YouTube saying you can, but I haven't found that on my phone. I haven't found out to do that. I was looking at YouTube Studio earlier and I couldn't change it. So I don't know if that's...
It might be on the desktop. Do you use desktop as well? I
do, yeah. And it didn't... Yeah, I couldn't see it in there, I don't think. But maybe I needed to double check that. But yeah, usually it doesn't come up in my studio, because I'm always in my studio. That's how I get my analytics as well, is by going in the dashboard and going down the different things and in YouTube Studio. But I did manage to change on my phone a bit of the text, but it overlaid. It didn't actually change the original text. It just overlaid it for a few seconds, which is weird. Because I made a spelling error, which was really bad. But it's not that bad, because if you make a spelling error on a YouTube video, it often gets more views than if you get the right spelling.
Okay.
Because people, even you don't even have to be grammatically correct all the time on your titles. Sometimes I purposely don't, because what happens with YouTube Shorts is it only shows you X amount of words in the beginning on a phone. So you have to get everything impactful in the beginning, I do a lot of curiosity titles as well. I'm very big on curiosity titles, which I got good at. But, you know, again, some land and get really lots of views, others don't get barely any. So you have to.
So, a curiosity title, just to explain that.
So a curiosity title would be something that, like, what the hell is that? You know, like I would literally put in a video, like, where's she going? And people would be like, what do you mean, where's she going? What's she talking about? I've got to look at the video now because I know what she's on about. And so it's that type of thing.
Oh, right, okay.
So they go really well for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, you've got to be careful because obviously people have got to relate to the video because you don't want bad comments like, oh, you know, you don't want a title which is completely nonsense compared to the video because then obviously you can get, like, you're reported for that if it's got nothing to do with the video whatsoever.
Right.
But for example, when I go to the aquarium, sometimes you have kids talking and the kid will be going, wow, that's a big one, and then, you know, like, you might put that in the title and it'll show the big fish, and then you put, wow, that's a big one. You might even put it in quotation marks. It's a little kid that said it naturally,
right?
And so they're like, what's she talking about? Do you know what I mean? So that type of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think we should have another track of music.
Yes.
And I think I've got
You've got my list.
I've got the list now, but I think we'll just go on to the next.
Power.
So is that just the next one? Should we go on to the
Wake me up. Yes.